This particular flatmate enjoys 2 a.m. video calls with her boyfriend in the shower doing NSFW things. That's not suitable for William things. Dear William and Jordan, firstly, can I just say how much I love listening to your podcast? My dad is from Burnley and my mum is from London, so your playful bickering and disputes remind me exactly of the way they speak and are very comforting to hear when I'm away from home at university.
Say it proper.
What?
Burnley.
Burnley. My dilemma is one faced by many. I'm a first-year student studying English literature, and I initially thought I was very lucky to have such a positive relationship with all 7 of my flatmates. However, within the first 2 weeks, flatcest had ensued, which more explicitly means everyone in the flat had shagged at least one other person that lives with us.
Oh, yeah, at uni in halls. Oh, yeah, I like that name, flatcest.
I managed to laugh it off and decide to put it behind us. But 2 people in my flat are now in a relationship.
Ugh.
Personally, I think it's moving a bit fast. Bear in mind that we've been here for 6 weeks.
Oh, God, yeah, that's pretty normal.
And it is having an impact on the rest of the flat who cannot go into the kitchen without being put off their dinner by some over-the-top snogging and groping. On one occasion, I came into the kitchen to find they were having full butt-naked, top-volume sex on the communal living area sofa. They have wild, rampant sex every night, and, as is common with student halls, the walls are not very thick. It is, quite frankly, making us all incredibly uncomfortable, and I am at my wits' end. Therefore, I have to ask, what is the etiquette for shagging your flatmates? And further, how do I tell them to stop shagging on the sofa? There is now a mysterious stain which I can assure you I will not be clearing up. Best wishes, Mia.
Right, first of all, you want to get some oxy-action on that stain. A bit of shout.
Are you being sponsored?
No. Second thing, Mia, right, is as you get a bit older and experienced in life, you realise that it's probably best not to shit on your own doorstep.
Yeah.
AKA don't shag anyone you live with, any flatmates or housemates, when not like...
Unless you actually are boyfriend and girlfriend living together.
But don't do that.
In which case it's positively encouraged.
However, Mia, right, I assume everyone's about 18, 19, very young, just started uni. They're like rabbits let out the cage, and they will be at it like rabbits. When I was at uni, first year, I lived lived in Precinct in Sunderland.
Precinct sounds like a nightclub.
Christ, everyone was shagging everyone.
Really?
Seriously. In my halls as well, we lived with, I think there was 10 to a hall.
10?
Yeah, I think there was 10.
That's basically an orgy.
And there was one fella, I won't name names, who I'm pretty sure was having sex with 3 different girls in the same...
Oh.
I never liked it. Anyway, so all goes on. However, Mia, not okay to...
have sex on the communal sofa.
Have sex on the communal sofa. Not okay. Really not okay. So,
I would just be direct about it and go, could you not have sex on the communal sofa, please?
WhatsApp group. Don't name any names. Just say, hey, can we please keep the heavy petting, lol, and not have sex on it? Or, this is the best place to do it. Passive-aggressive sign at uni. Stick a sign up on.
Stick a sign above the sofa with, for sitting only.
Yeah, for sitting only.
Much even that could be.
But Mia, do get used to it. I know it is. And I promise you, in years to come, you'll talk about it with your uni mates. But do you remember? What was it like? I bet it was all going on at your uni in Manchester.
What? Not with me.
No.
Definitely not.
I know. Oh, bless you. But...
Well, we won't go there.
You weren't exactly a nun at uni, were you? I heard you were down Canal Street every night.
I really was not.
You bloody was.
I really was not. I've been down Canal Street of an evening. I mean, I've walked down it a few times. Twice.
Have you?
It was very brief. I didn't drink.
Did you not?
No.
No time for that.
No time for that.
Shall we move on? This one is from Molly. Hello, William, Jordan, EPB and Diego. I'm a Brit who has recently moved to Venice to further my studies as a painter. Your podcast makes me feel less homesick, so thank you.
Oh, a painter. How exotic.
Probably on the Rialto.
Who?
Oh, don't worry. Unfortunately, I'm having a few difficulties with my new Italian flatmate.
Oh, here we go, another one.
She's particularly loud. I have 2 other flatmates that have never caused an issue. And when anyone mentions it, her response is, I'm from Naples, it's in my blood. Now, I know very little about blood work as I am a painter, as previously mentioned, not a haematologist. But I don't think it's one's city of origin that is a large contributor to the volume at which one speaks. She is relentlessly loud. She will have 3-hour-long phone calls while she is in her room cooking and showering. This would normally not bother me, but she shouts. She's a very shouty lady, and our walls are very thin. It's another common strand. The wall my bed is against shares a wall with the bathroom. This means that if I am in bed, I can hear everything that happens in the bathroom. I have learned to block it out mostly, but this particular flatmate enjoys 2 a.m. video calls with her boyfriend in the shower doing NSFW things. That's not suitable for William things. This is causing me many issues, mainly that I have to listen to her moan loudly for what seems to be a ridiculous length of time. This has happened 6 times now in the 3 months that we have lived here, and I'm becoming rather fed up with it. Not only is the noise annoying, but it's a shared shower, and it makes me feel gross showering the next morning, knowing what she's been up to the previous night. So in short, my question is, how do I politely request to my flatmate that she stops wanking in the shower when I'm home? I'm not a very confrontational person, but would rather dig a hole, climb into it, and bury myself alive than have this conversation. But for my sanity and sleep, it has to be done. Thanks in advance from a long-time G and Diva, Molly.
I'd say move out. If you can, move out. She's not going to change. She's not going to change. I definitely
She's
say
from Naples, it's in her blood.
It's so annoying when people are really loud on the phone, especially when you're sharing a house.
You could just shout back on your own phone calls and see how she likes it. And then if she comes up to you and says, could you not be loud? You can go, well, excuse me.
What's your advice here? Because it is so rude and annoying. When people got you on loudspeaker, I used to have an housemate that used to... I'd be watching telly and my housemate would be cooking and would be watching telly on their phone and be like, I can hear that. Oh, I don't miss... I feel very, very lucky, but I don't miss sharing houses.
It's one of the benefits of being out and proud as a raging homeowner.
Is it? Yeah. But you get, it is... Ugh, I do not miss sharing an house.
No, it comes with all sorts of problems.
It's part of growing up and learning.
Although, talking of houses and housemates, we'll come back to Molly in a minute. My former luxury flatmate Lucas came and stayed with us a few weeks ago for a night, and it was lovely to have him to stay.
Oh, how is he?
He's good, yeah. Even though he and I think, wanted to murder each other on a weekly basis when he lived with me in Manchester, it was very nice having him.
Yeah, we got hammered at your wedding.
Everyone got slightly pissed.
Yeah, we had a good few drinks. Anyway, what's your advice?
I think we go back to what we said to Mia. I would
really
put a little sign up. No frigging in the shower.
No, look, if like me you hate confrontation, okay, then definitely, Molly, just
put a sign up.
Bite the bullet and do it, or be passive aggressive like William said and be really loud on your phone calls.
Yeah,
it's good advice.
That's what I do. But yeah, if maybe it is you are. I think Jordan is right also when you say that he probably won't. She probably won't change. So maybe look for somewhere else to live.
Yes, look at somewhere else. She
Move to the Lido.
Awful.
Dear Jordan, William and Ben, I'm afraid I need your wisdom and guidance as to how to navigate a situation myself and my husband have found ourselves in. My father-in-law asked for our help to clean out his attic pending some home repairs, and being the younger and somewhat fitter men that we are, we dutifully agreed to help. It went well, several hours of dragging boxes and bags out of the attic and separating them into piles of my husband's belongings and his parents'. That evening, as my husband was sorting through several decades' worth of documents, school notebooks and whatnot, he suddenly stopped and looked up as though he had seen a ghost. I'm not joking when I say he was completely speechless. He turned pale and I was very concerned for what possible repressed childhood trauma he had just come across.
Oh, God.
I went over to see what he had found to make sure he was okay and saw it with my own eyes, an extensive collection of his father's very suggestive and, I have to admit, quite sexy underwear, including an aged yet clearly well-worn novelty G-string with an elephant at the front, complete with large floppy ears and a hollowed-out trunk of a rather generous length.
That's just a novelty thing that you probably got for Christmas.
But it was well worn. My husband was completely and understandably mortified. I, on the other hand, have been having a wonderful time teasing him.
Is it just the one or a few?
It helps that he looks very like his father, so I've been making the most of this moment and possibly risking divorce. We disagree on what we should do next. My husband wants to dispose of them, pretend we saw nothing, and possibly discuss this with a therapist at some point in his future.
So it's a box of thongs. How did he know it's his dad's? Could it not be his mum's? The man thongs.
Well, I don't think... Do you need me to explain anatomy to you? ones. I think we should return them, as I'm not comfortable throwing away something that is not ours to dispose of, maybe by nonchalantly placing them in a box with any other items of theirs we happen to come across. Maybe it'll bring back fond memories or reignite something more for them. What is the correct etiquette?
Simon's loving this.
What is the correct etiquette in a situation like this? Thank you in advance, Simon.
Throw them out, never happened. Throw them out,
Well,
never
I would be
happened.
inclined to say that.
So if you found your dad's old thongs, you'd say to him,
No,
you'd throw them out.
absolutely not.
You'd throw them out, wouldn't you?
I think, to be honest, in this instance, Simon, either approach is fine. Returning other stuff, going, oh, and this is some other stuff that you might want to look through. But then that's sort of then admitting to the father, well, we know what's in there. So I'd probably just throw them out.
Throw them out and go to therapy.
Yes.
Yeah. Also, throw them out, go to therapy, good advice. Someone told me this a couple of weeks ago, and it's like, do you know, if you're single, you should say to your best friend, if I die, can you be the one to clear out my room? Because apparently it's dead embarrassing when parents have to go and there's like lots of dildos and crap under bed and stuff. It's well known. So if you're single now, G and Divas, you need to text your friend, or next time you see him, just be like, look, this is a thing. If I die, I'm nominating you to come and clear my room out. Because you're, especially if you're a girl here, you'll always be like daddy's little princess kind of thing. And if, God forbid, you die, I'm sorry, this is so morbid, but God forbid you die, and then there's a big 12-inch fuck-off dildo under your bed, it's not going to be...
No.
Yeah.
Anything to ask me?
Do you want me to clear your room out?
No. I meant the other way around.
Do you want to clear my room out?
I don't know, do you need me to?
I'll ask Pilks, it's fine.